Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're out at the range talking about grenade launchers on rifles. I've gotten a lot of questions about images I've posted to Twitter or posts I've made to YouTube where you'll see a grenade launcher like you see here on this SCAR 16. And people say, hey man, what's involved in picking up a grenade launcher? That's a cool grenade launcher, you know, all these comments. But I got something to confess. The grenade launchers you see in my pictures and videos, they're not real grenade launchers. We'll talk about that in today's video and where you can pick these things up and why I have them. So let's get started with that. First, I want to show you how to load this particular grenade launcher. So a lot of folks ask me, how can I get involved in the firearms business in that particular community? And one of the best ways to do that is to become a gunsmith. Every gunsmith I know is just overbooked with work. It's a very good living. And so if you would like to become a gunsmith, you need to go to a gunsmithing school or become an apprentice for an existing gunsmith. But Modern Gun School is an accredited college that also works with veterans in the GI Bill, where you can go and get a degree from accredited college in gunsmithing and then go out and start your own gunsmithing business, which I think is a really great option. Again, throughout my entire life, gunsmiths have always been able to earn a really good living, assuming they have a really strong work ethic. So please check out Modern Gun School. I do have a link in the video description below. If you're like me and you collect small arms, you want to build clone rifles, right? I don't necessarily need a grenade launcher. Would I like one? Absolutely. I just don't want to go through the hoops of owning one. It's a nightmare, especially if you want to actually shoot grenades out of it. I just want the look for various clone rifles that I've built. And so that's why I would pick these up. They're very affordable. Both of the grenade launchers you see out here this afternoon are less than $200. There are other models available. The M203, everybody wants an M203, readily available. And so you can pick up all sorts of different clone grenade launchers out there. But let's focus on these two. So let's talk about my favorite grenade launcher first, and that's the GP25 from the Soviet Union. Here I have my AK-74. This is the GP25. And if you take a look at the construction of this thing, if I could hand it to you through the camera right now, you'd hold this thing and go, holy cow, how can that not be real? It's all metal. It has the heft, it has the quality of a functioning grenade launcher, but it's just a replica. You'll notice that the grip on it is rubberized, all metal construction here, metal mount, metal sights. Look over here, you can see the increments for the different distances, for adjusting the sight, for launching a grenade, which it won't do. Here we have the manual safety. Again, all metal. This is the release for the grenade, so you would push forward on this, invert it, and your grenade would drop out. Put the grenade back in, you put it in there, push until it clicks, just like the real thing, and now it would be ready to fire. If you want to do airsoft, you'll notice that it has an air fill in the back, and in the front, that's where the little 6mm pellets, BBs if you will, come out. So when you fire this thing, it'll just shoot out BBs. Mounting this to the gun, it just uses the existing bayonet lug right here. And so you just kind of set it on there, wiggle it around a little bit, kind of push on it, because it can be a little bit of a bear to get on. There we go. And it locks on just like the real thing. And now it's ready to use. Now, to use the sights, you have your rear sight here, and actually it's your entire sight. And you'll notice that you have the little blade out here that operates with this. Now this is plastic and you can see it's moving around, but the rest of the structure is metal. But then you have the little adjustment here. You just pinch on the top and then you select your range. And you'll notice as I'm selecting the range, look at that front sight. It's moving just like the real thing. So very, very cool. Now you do want to be careful with this because this will probably be the most fragile piece. If you're putting it in a rifle bag or something like that, you don't want to break that rear sight off of it. But other than that, it's actually quite durable. Very, very cool. All right, so that's cool. Less than 100 bucks. I think they're like 140 bucks, something like that. Next up is the FNGL40. Woo, what a cool grenade launcher this is. Now this is mostly polymer. It's very lightweight, not as heavy as the GP25, and the quality isn't the same. A lot of plastic components. This one would be much easier to break. It does attach via a 1913 mount on the bottom of the rifle, so you have these little quick detach mounts. Now this is aluminum and polymer in here, and so you don't want to over tighten these when you put it on the rifle. So basically all you would do is line it up with the 1913 rail on the bottom of the gun, set it in there, flip your levers closed, and now it's mounted to the rifle. If you want to put, you know, a sight on it, you'd have to mount something on the pick rail. Here is your release. This is a button that you push, and then this will open up the breech. I'm going to invert it because I think there is a grenade in there. And that will slide forward, and it'll rotate out. Here you can see the gas grenade fills up, and then you put your shot in there, and it just shoots out the pellets. Now, if you look at this thing, what's really cool is just how good of a replica this is. It will rotate either way, so for right or left hand use, right? Just like the real thing. And then as it comes to the rear, as you close the breech, watch the lugs engage and rotate. Just like the real thing. Very, very cool. Matter of fact, if you look down the barrel, just like on the GP25, you're going to see rifling. It doesn't launch anything. If you put a real grenade in here, even if you could get it in there, it'd blow the gun up. It would be suicide to even attempt to fire a real grenade out of this. But it has the look. Now this one, this is your firing ring right here. So this is how the weapon would fire. Pull on that, and it would go bang. Have a cross block safety, a very simple cross block safety back here. Just a really, really cool piece. Certainly looks good on the gun. Now you can mount this to the 16 or the 17 when you buy the kit. It will come with two different magwell adapters. This one's for the smaller 16, but it also has one in the box for the 17 as well. I actually use my 17. I shoot it a lot, so I don't want a toy grenade launcher on it. But the 16 I don't really care much for, so that's why I put the toy on there. So these are the two grenade launchers. Outstanding, great quality, lots of fun. If I was going to recommend one, if you have an AK, I would definitely take a look at this. Now, it's not going to mount to all AKs. I have a few AKs in my collection. I tried to mount it to a Palmetto State Armory rifle. I could not get it to clip on. This is a Sega, so this is a Russian-made rifle. It clipped right on there. You might have to modify it just a little bit. You will be able to get it on the gun. You just have to modify the mount on the grenade launcher. I wouldn't modify the gun, but you could get it on there. But it just dropped right onto my Sega, okay? And it's designed to drop right onto airsoft AKs that pretty much follow the exact same dimensions as the real steel versions like you see here. So, overall, lots of fun. Very cool. Yeah, your friends are going to give you a hard time. I'm sure you guys are going to jump in the comment section and tell me I'm playing with toys and how stupid it is, but I don't care what you think. I think this is cool. Everybody that sees them goes, dang, dude, how'd you get that? That's kind of fun. That's kind of the point of these. Anyway, if you have any questions about either of these grenade launchers, you can ask those questions down below. I try to stick around first couple of days after a video goes live to answer the questions you guys may have. Also, if you'd like to support us here at the Military Arms Channel, the best possible way to do that is become part of our Patreon family. Link down below. Also, right here on YouTube, you got the thanks and join button underneath the video player you're watching right now. Mash either one of those buttons, and you can support us right here on YouTube in the age of demonetization. Last but not least, please swing by, check out Copper Custom. Thank you for 15 years of support. We'll talk to you guys soon.